Smith here, reporting from the shed. Yep, holidays are over. Back to it. Been back at work, and we're back in the autumn. The autumn weather's here. We're in the 3rd of October today, so yeah. It's nice though. I do enjoy the change of the seasons. Autumn tends to be very enjoyable, but at the same time, I get a bit thoughtful. I don't know why. I always do. Yeah, who knows why. But never mind that. That's not what this is all about today. This today is. Let me just adjust that because it looks as though I'm. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Okay. What we're doing today is, as you know, been in Crete with the wife, and when I was down there, found this fantastic fishing shop. Yeah. So we have. Well, I have. I think I'm going to light a pipe while I do this vlog. Indeed, sir. Take a stop of tobacco. Oh, yeah, it's alright, I've got some more here. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look at some of the stuff I've bought. And truth is, I didn't really need to buy anything, but you can never pass up a good opportunity going into a tackle shop. That's the beauty of angling, it gives pleasure in so many different ways. So many different ways. The anticipation, actually fishing, evaluating how the day went, how could you improve it, whether you're ever going to go fishing again because it was so crap. It's all there, but yeah, let's just get this. I'm not very good at stuffing, but I've only been smoking one for 30 years. That's it now. Right then. The fishing shop. And let's have a look then. This might be interesting. Look at these. What do you think these are? I'll tell you what they are. They're hand lines. Now we associate in Britain anyway, hand line on a wooden frame, square frame, and then you have to get all the line off that you need, roughly to how far you can throw the bait out, the lead out. But these are a bit clever because look, they're like a fishing reel spool. So when I was watching them doing it there, the old boys, so what they did was they swung the end tackle around, then they lobbed it, and as it came off, it took the line off this rim here, like the spool of your fixed spool reel. So you point that way you want to go, in the direction you're throwing the... They were lead weights with small hooks, and then there were lead during on the bottom. So that's a real compact. I suppose if we go back to the survival type fishing kits, that's a good option. Because I always maintain, getting the bait to the fish can often be a problem if you've only got a bit of spool of line or something. But with this, you've got, it gives you an option. So I bought two because I've got plans to use them off the boat, where I'll have a bottom rig on, musky, maybe with 10 hooks on each. If I know the fish are there, if there's like a great big on a shoal of flounder that are biting well, I'll put these down. And I have a license for a hook line, so that's what I'm going to use these for. I'm not going to suddenly get rid of my fishing rods and start using these, but I think they'll come in handy for the boat. So there we are, that's the hand line spools. Oh, I think you can hear the jingle jangle there, can't you? Yeah, there we are. Just for a bit of fun. I like bite detection with bells. Sounds like Christmas when you're fishing, if you get a bite. Ding, ding, ding. Here comes Santa. So, yeah, and it's just like a closed peg. And it nips onto your rod. And I bought two of those. They cost nothing, do it. Cheap as chips. Absolutely nothing. Always handy to have. And of course, if you're ledgering a bit, if you're on the bottom and you want a bite indicator when it takes you can just clip that to your line, and when it takes the bait, boom, it comes jangling up, so you know you've got something on. Obviously fishing floats are one of the big diseases that we have as fishermen. We can never get enough. Look at that, it's a nice little float. It's 20 grams. And it's just got your little pin in there and a hole in the bottom like a needle, so your line goes through there, and there you have it. A little, that can be used for all kinds of things, trout, perch, or over in Crete they were using them for mullet. And I've got a little bit of a smaller one here, and I'll be using these. What I'm doing is I'm rigging up a holiday fishing kit. I'll get to the last bits, the crunch bits. So I've got these small floats, one a little bit bigger. I'm actually thinking of actually using that for sea trouting with a big bunch of lobworms on, because it's a bit of a more buoyant float. But these two here I've got specially for the holiday tackle box, because I didn't have any tackle with me this time. I was on my honeymoon. I didn't want to be sat fishing all the time. So let's have a look what else we've got. Baiting needles. Not used much here in Denmark, but if you're using big worms and they're really good for making baits as a baiting needle. So you put your bait on the needle itself, and the hook point goes into there, and then as you push it up it threads it onto the hook real nice, so you don't have all that messing around. They're good anyway. So I got two. I just bought one pack, €2, 2 7s 40, 140 crowns. 140 crowns. No, 14 crowns. God, I'm stupid. 14 crowns. So again, cheap as chips. But the good too. I have one here. This is a baiting needle I have on a wooden. This is from the United States of America, and I purchased this when I was last over there 5 years ago now, along with other stuff. But yeah, so a couple of baiting needles. I'll put them there, and we've got oh yeah, again bright colours, fishing floats. These are sort of beads that you thread onto your line, and the buoyant beads. So if you want to do a pop-up rig, becoming very popular, you can just use those, or you can just use them to make flounder rigs, flatty rigs where you've got all the attractor beads. Nice and bright, and again it was nice and cheap. €2. Some more smaller, but they're good to have. I've got some little small lead weights, oval olivettes they call them in the pole fishing world, olivettes. And of course you can use these under your floats to cock your float. I've bought a small one here. Oh, you could just use them for ledgering, you know, fishing on the bottom with a bundsnor, as they say in Denmark. So yeah, they'll come in handy. They're only light, but I like fishing light. So yeah, they're 6 grams and they're 3.5 grams. Again, just nice to be getting in touch with stuff. They will be used, you know. Right then, this is what I did get, and this is silicone tubing. Can't seem to get hold of it here in Denmark. Maybe maybe one of my Danish subscribers say, "Jo, det kan du da," which means yes, you can. But anyway, it was there. It was all hanging up, and again, this was 2.5. I don't know why I'm talking about money. It makes no odds really what it cost. It was all cheap. But this silicone tubing is when I'm doing rigs, making rigs. It's often nice to, if you're making a dropper, a paternoster, a dropper, you can use a piece of silicone tubing to go out to the actual line to the hook, and it just keeps it off the main line, so it stands out a bit better. I used to use it a lot, then I couldn't get hold of any for ages, and I didn't bother. Anyway, so there it was, right in front of me, staring me in the face. Well, this isn't really anything to do with fishing, but it's certainly something to do with my holiday. And 2 wonderful photographs of the Venetian harbour wall and of Hania. That's 2000. No, it's not 2000. It's 1914, the year that the world exploded. We all know how that happened. And this is much later, 1960, but again very, very underdeveloped. You know, you can see it's clearly before all the tourism and the charter holidays and things. Not that there's a lot of charter holidays go to Hania. It's mainly people doing their own thing. So that's basically. All right then, yeah. Now then, when we were on holiday, we had to have these face masks. And I thought, you know, I'm sick of wearing these surgical fanny masks, so I thought I'm gonna go a bit tactical. So I'm all geared up now. We're ready. Yeah. So I don't do any shooting anymore. I haven't shot a pigeon or a rabbit for 20 years. And now I live in Denmark. I don't suppose I ever will. I'm too busy with the fishing. But anyway, you never know. And I thought, well, it's better than wearing a. It looks a bit paramilitary, really. I think we best be careful with that sort of thing. But anyway, so that's my dreaded lurgy mask. And the last thing, last but not least, is that over there on Crete, a lot of the fishing was just done with poles. And when I say pole, the English meaning of the pole is a long rod without any reel. It's just a telescopic fishing pole. I know the catching on in the United States. I've seen M. Hood Fishing and a few others. They're using these Tenkara rods. And anyway, I've seen Tenkara for fly fishing, but I didn't know they made them for carp and things. Anyway, I'm thinking, what a nice little fishing rod just to take on holiday. No reel, no fannying around. So I bought one of these. It's 360, so it's not quite 12 foot. It's a few inches off. But look how thin it is, and light. And it comes with an extra tip. I've got an extra tip in there as well. So let's just take this off, the little plug in the end. Yep, there we are. Oh, it came just zooming out. Let me just show you that. Look at that. Look how fine. Well, maybe you can't see that. That tip is fine. And on the end there is called the Lillian line, which is what you attach your fishing line to. And then of course once you've got that attached, then you just ship the telescopic rod out, as so. Now these first 3 sections are the tip sections, and I've got another one in the rod bag, and then you get to the main rod itself. Oh, this is lovely. And there we have it, fully extended. Let's just see if I can get that on camera for you. Fully extended, and that is as light as a feather. So I'm looking forward to using this. And of course I'm not going to wait until I next go on holiday. I shall be using it here. Could be quite good fun getting some. Now they say that these things, although they're light and look absolutely thin, whisper thin, they can handle big fish. So, and you can't play the fish as you can with a fishing reel, but the flex in this blank absorbs the plunges and darting around at the fish. So that's going to be interesting, really interesting. And of course, like I say, it's going to be nice just to be able to pack it down and take it on holiday. Oh wow, that should be good fun. There we are, so I'll just pack this down. There we go. In you go, in with the Lillian line. Cap back on. And there we go. Nothing else to add, nothing else to add, Your Honour. Members of the jury, I rest my case. So there we are. I've been on holiday. You've seen a few bits and bobs of that. Our little trip. A confession to make about the balcony. I'd had a few drinks that day, and when I look at it, I'm thinking, why did I talk about Mackie Doos at the end? I think what I was trying to say was the lively restaurants and everything are so full of atmosphere, which you don't get in a fast food restaurant over here in Europe or the United States. That's what I was trying to say. So if you've seen that one, that might put some light on it. So there we are. This is the shed signing out. So if you enjoyed that little vlog, good. That's all it's about for me. I'm not after fame and fortune or any money whatsoever. Just to think that someone's enjoyed it. That's all this is about. nothing else. Sharing my passion, well, yeah, things that I think are important. So there we are. Thanks to all you subscribers for watching. If you watch, you might just say, I can't be really bothered with them. Hey, that's up to you. Alright then, I'm away.